Very well. I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the scene of the crime. It sure is cold, all right. So, this is it. Dusky Bridge. Oh, wow, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see. It's been, what, about a year? Or has it been longer? It doesn't matter, Detective. What matters is why you're shuffling around up here. Oh, ouch! There's that sharp left jab. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me guess. You were transferred by HR to the local precinct? A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard. I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way up here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir. Gumshoe indeed. Like gum on your shoe. He's impossible to get rid of. I'm supposed to report the details on the scene of the crime, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Great. Thank you, Detective. I thought Prosecutor Goddard was going to get her before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you. Prosecutor Goddard? Who is this Prosecutor Goddard? I've never heard of him. Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy. What kind of man is he? He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good. If he's so good, then how is it I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case? You bet he is. After all, you know who is right in the middle of it. You know who? Felix Wright, of course. For some reason, Goddard has really got it in for Mr. Wright. Oh? Yeah, he seems to have some kind of grudge. And what would be the cause of this grudge? Dunno. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something. None of this is making any sense. I'll get a better look into this Goddard myself. I just got back into the country, so I don't really much about the case. It's simple. Well, simple as simple does, as they say. Oh, you got no idea how much I missed that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing. A witness? Yeah, that bikini lady. Bikini lady here? On this freezing cold mountain? Well, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir. I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, my decisive witness myself. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through. Yep, I can't imagine him being that reckless myself. Look before you cross is how it goes, right? Or was it leap? And is there something on the other side? Yeah, some old building that they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir. What? Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem. Yeah, Maya's on the other side. But someone was there at the Inner Temple doing some training, and now they're stuck here. Yes, I've heard that from Wright. It's Maya Fey. Oh no, her again? Anyway, the air is really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's going to be able to reach the Inner Temple until tomorrow, sir. Will she be alright in this cold? So, how did this bridge burn down anyway? We're almost 100% sure it was lightning. Lightning? Ship. You're telling me that the bridge caught fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning? Yep, last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that, but according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. It's almost too detailed. It even has the exact time the lightning struck the bridge. Oh, that? We got the information from the witness testimony. Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge? Who is this witness? Sorry, I'll ask one of the local cops later, okay? So yeah, that's Gumshoe. So we can only go to the main gate. Yo, Edgy, what took you so long? Bless you. There's too much like turbulence in the air, so we Gumshoe explained that. We can't do an aerial extraction. I'm so cold, my brain's turned into sherbet. I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country. What do you mean? Wright is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder? Hey, wait a sec, hold it, objection! What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another and... What kind of lame excuse is that? You call yourself a defense attorney? Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor! That's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth! Prosecutor Edgeworth, defense attorney. Just sounds plain weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth? I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore. Huh, dude, Edgy. I don't see you for a couple of years and your heart turns into sherbet? I'd say more like so, babe. It's rather cold here. Iris didn't murder her. Someone else did. But I just know it, okay? Just trust me on this one. With a romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do what I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton on to Wright, that is. Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute. Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent? Come on! A girl that cute can possibly be a murderer. Sure. I was right after all. I should never have come back. No, don't worry. I see how things for how they really are this time. Honest. If I had a penny for every time he said that. It's just that, well, Iris is a delicate flower. You can't force things too much, you know what I mean? Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry. Oh, forget it. I didn't say anything. Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry? What? Don't tell me. You think that I might have done it? What? Get lost, go back to your chartered jet and get out of my sight, you creep. And I hope your plane crashes and you die. Well, that's just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? As I suspected, Psycholox. I'm sorry, man, you know me. I just don't remember. My short-term memory is a wreck, dude. Oh, by the way, we can actually do like this. Come to think about it, when you were a kid, you were always saying, when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer and defend people or something like that. That was a long time ago. But see, you got the chance to follow your boyhood dream for a day. Edgy, you gotta do it. You gotta save my little Iris. This is exactly why I hate childhood friends. Wait, what? Yes, being Edgeworth is suffering. Hey, hello there. So how are you feeling? All right, I suppose. Huh? Who is this? My name is Miles Edgeworth. My, a handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. If circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just... Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I'm looking for a woman in a bikini. Well, you have found her. Now, what can I do for you? I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis. Edgeworth. Lewd. What's gotten into you? There are no bikinis here. If you ask nicely, I might give you a peek, boy. That's even worse. Mr. Edgeworth? This is the head nun. Sister Bikini, she is the witness. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? This is exactly why our salary keeps getting cut. My stomach is already growling in protest. So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris? Well, first, I want to hear what you know. First, I'd like to ask you about last night. Well, last night, we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the temple, to the training hall in the inner temple. So sage of all things. She must be talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that? I suppose it was around about 9 when we left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. The channeling dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch. Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting. Detective, this is no time for flattery. Sorry. Sometime around 10:11, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard, but your duty was in the temple. Why did you come back here? The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps. I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, but for a decidedly different reason. You get chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Alright then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard. It must have been past 11. No, I can't say, it's too much for my poor heart. Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my tie. I saw two people. One of them was lying on the ground. The other was stabbing her from the back with a sword. Did you see this criminal with your own eyes? I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris. You must have been quite shocked. Of course she was. Try putting yourself in her shoes. It'd be like you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of a courtroom. And I happened to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too. I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. When I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed, and then I passed out. Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems pretty solid. However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural. Unnatural? The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness. I wonder what she means by that. Now let's just go top to bottom. As head nun, it is your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct? Yes, that is correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is I've got a bad lower back. A bad lower back? Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. It's so bad I can't even lift a bucket. Do you remember how cold it was last night? I had up my back. My back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall. So you left the disciple alone? Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris to the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out. Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So, did this head nun actually see Iris there? I think I better try to get some more details. So, who was this acolyte that was to train at the inner temple? Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. And after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course. Special course? It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit eyes and chant 30,000 times. You don't mean to tell me she's still doing that over the inner temple, do you? No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night, we still hadn't started training session itself. Well, that's good to hear. Oh, dear. There's one thing I forgot to tell you. I don't think I like the sound of this. Do you know that small girl? I think she's Mystic Maya's little sister. Maya has a little sister? Oh, you mean Little Pearl? That's Maya Fey's cousin. Little Pearl? I thought she was going to visit Mystic Alice after she'd finished dinner cleanup. Hey. Here's the detail. But I haven't seen her since last night. She was nowhere to be found. You mean she was with the victim? It's the fault of my stupid creaky old back. A little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone. As they say, the plot thickens. So let's present with Iris's frame. What, another one, Pix? This case is filled with them. You said you went with Maya to the training hall in the temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there? Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing the 10 o'clock bell for lights out. Dahlia is on death row, as it could be dead. Yes. It is 5 years afterwards. So, but we don't know yet. She might be dead. Yes, and we do know it's possible for a spirit to suppress a channeling medium spirit. So you're saying Iris came to the inner temple then? Of course she did. Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. After that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya beginning her training. But that doesn't fit with Iris' story at all. And once again, the spaghetti wins the battle. She said she never went to the inner temple. As they say, the plot thickens. That wasn't there before. There are extra more Enza cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out from under that stack? Beats me. Would you mind checking that out for me, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Here we are, Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like an old manila envelope. Ah, what is it, Detective? This This could be it. An ultra important clue. A super special clue. I suppose I should read it myself then. Looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall, unless you want your secret to be exposed. That sounds like a blackmail letter. Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra-important prosecutor, a super-duper prosecutor. Well, I suppose it's taking super-duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. Edgeworth is just super, just like, doesn't hesitate. I
got my sword back.
And this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched. Thanks, detective. I'll just take a look around. Looks like the police are still investigating. Oh yeah, by the way, I thought it would be better ask just to be sure. Are you really going to defend that nun, Iris, at the trial tomorrow? Yes, I will. I gave her my word, and now I must follow through with my commitment. Well, in that case, I gotta be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation. Don't worry about it, detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out on its own. You got it, sir. I'll make sure it flows out like a water from a tap. Yes, you do that, detective. Just how much has your running sprout leaked over the years?
Am I supposed to just explore in this game, or am I supposed to actually go for the main objective?
Considering I haven't played Nier Automata, I have no idea. The victim is the famous picture book author Alice Duxnin. Her entire past, up until now, as she won that writing award last year, is a total mystery. It's hard to believe in this day and age that you can still find people like that. The estimated time of death of the victim was between 10 and 11 p.m. on February the 7th. Cause of death was blood loss resulting from a stab to the back by the murder weapon. With a murder weapon? The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir. And that's terrible. Yeah, but there's one strange thing. Yes? The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises are consistent with falling from the height of a two-story building. A two-story building? That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct? Hey, you're right. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. That just happens to be the room that Alice Duxney was staying in. Maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword? Now then, detective, let's see if we can summarize what you've learned so far. Okay, let's take a look at the map. I'm always giggling pigs. According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they finished dinner, she and Maya Fey headed to the inner temple. At 10 p.m. after ringing lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. When she got there, Bikini headed to take over while she went back to the Hazakura temple. After taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard. If you want more details, you should ask Bikini herself in the main hall. The Inner Temple, huh? I'd like some more information about that place. Don't acknowledge it, please. The trial begins tomorrow, but who is the prosecutor? I'm pretty sure it's that Godot guy, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement. What do you mean? It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright got a cold, he just won't be and won't be defending. He just lost interest. I intend to appear in court in the role of the defense attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I was actually a prosecutor. Yeah, I can see why, but I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem is going to be that judge. Yes, he certainly would remember my face, even after such a long absence. That's why I requested that another judge preside over the trial tomorrow. We only met once, and there's a good chance he won't remember me at all. Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Wouldn't be a problem if someone there made a big stink, sir? There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing. Wow, Mr. Edgeworth, I had no idea you had such powerful strings to pull. What is this inner temple that Maya was supposedly training at? According to Bikini, it's an old building they used for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of Dusky Bridge. The bridge has burned down, huh? Is there anything else on the other side of the bridge besides the inner temple? Nope, nothing. Nothing? The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there. So the only thing out there is the inner temple. I hear it's not the kind of place a person could survive in. Please be alright, Maya. What's this? It looks like a wizard's staff. That belonged to the victim, at least Duck's name. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh yeah, listen, this is just between us, okay, sir? Yes? What? This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this. Alright? The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard. That's it. That's what you wanted to tell me? And that's it. The staff was made from very strong kind of wood. What about fingerprints? Were there any on it? Just the victims. Yes, the amethyst is gone. Shipping Miles and Maya, huh? So, the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon? It sure is. It's called Chichichito. Shichichito. By the way, now's a piece of work, sir. There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood. You can captain more than one ship, you mean? Yep, it's all over the blade. And speaking all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the Shichichito too. Fingerprints. Naturally, they match the prints that we got from the younger nun, the defendant. Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon? What's wrong? You're looking really solemn. Is this how it is for Wright? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney? Yeah, I figured out it doesn't feel really good. To be honest, it feels like it's more detrimental to your health. But yeah, this is also the These are from the second case, these 2 items. I think that is all there's like to see here. Yep.